Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, man. It's your boy 30. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. As always, smash the like button. We're going for 100 likes on this video. Before we get into the picks for the day, let's clap. My daughter's asleep, but let's clap it up. Let's clap it up, man. 5-0 sweep, I told y'all. Just let me get better. I was sick for a couple days. I was messed up. I was down bad, but I never wavered faith. I believe in everything I put out here for y'all, bro. I want y'all to win, so we win. Let's go 5-0 sweep, man. I told you, I felt super good. I even left picks off because I left Jared Goff interception off, but he didn't even throw a pick, so I could have went with that. But I wanted to play it super safe. We know it's gambling. Everything ain't safe, but I want to be the best, put the advantage on our side as much as I could, give us the edge as much as I could, man. So we went 5-0. Everything happened like it should. Even Detroit. I saw a lot of people. You know what's interesting, man? I saw a lot of people take Detroit spread like first half. I saw a lot of people like on TikTok, and TikTok was saying, oh, Detroit gonna rest the starters in the second half. They're gonna be up big. And I'm like, bro, I never wanna limit myself or constrain myself to one half, because it's football, it's sports, anything can happen. And so, right, San Francisco came out and scored first, and I'm watching the game. I fell asleep after that, but after I saw that first touchdown, I was like, yeah, but them first half bettors, I know they sick right now, because you know, when you take a spread like first half winner or first half spread, when the other team score, your heart dropped like, dang, like this half might not, because they already playing 7 points behind trying to come back. And if you got them with a spread like -2, they're technically down 9. They got to tie the game up and score again in only, 30 minutes of football? You know how quick that first half go, but great football Monday. We back at it today, man. I got 4 bets today. I got 2 props, and I got an over in college football, and I also got a spread. I got a spread, I'm trying to remember what I got, but yeah, I think I do got a spread. Yeah, I got an over in college football, 2 NBA props, and I believe I got a spread in NBA. But before we get into it, man, I appreciate all the support we've been getting. Y'all been rocking with me even through them sick days. The same people was commenting saying, we're going to get better, we're going to bounce back. Y'all spoken into existence, man. I appreciate y'all. But let's get into the picks for the day. Y'all, first game of the day. I think it started at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We got 2 bets for us. NBA, we got Toronto Raptors and the Celtics. So first bet, I took the under 237. So a couple reasons, man. This is my thought process. I know previous games don't always determine the future. I get that. But they are a starting point to look at what you want to look at. So the last game they played, I think it was in November 16th. I think it was November 16th. Raptors and Celtics. They ended up scoring about 249, almost 250. But they went into overtime, right? So you think, okay, overtime, a little bit more points. But overtime, I think they scored maybe another 15 more points, which is whatever. I'm not worried about that. But the reason why I really took the under is because in that game, the Raptors center, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Poach, or whatever the Raptors center guy is, the Raptors center, he had 35 points. That is unlike him. I do not see him getting 25 points in this game. That alone right there, that sample size is going to give us the under in a lock. Easy. And the under is like, the line is at 234, but you know, we always adjust it. But if you can't adjust it, 234 is still good in my book. But 3 points matters a lot. You know, anything can happen. But I know for a fact, I don't see this game going into overtime. It's very rare where you have 2 teams play each other back to back. Well, not back to back, but they last 2 matches, they both go to overtime. This is almost a guarantee not to go to overtime, but that's not the better discussion. The better discussion that we're talking about is the under. So we're going to take Boston and the Raptors under 237, right? Also, in that same game, I had to take him because he's still on there. I saw him. Drew Holiday, I think it was under 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Drew Holiday dealing with like a lingering shoulder issue, and I can easily see if he doesn't sit out. If he sits out, they're going to cancel and void it. We get our money back for the bet, whatever. But if he plays, I don't see him playing a full 35 minutes at all. I think he's banged up. The Celtics have enough players, and they can deal with the Raptors with no issue, honestly. They're 16-point favorites. They can win this game by 10 without Drew Holiday. And also in that last game, R.J. Barrett has been coming alive. He played really great as well, too. He played really well, too. But in Boston, we all know Boston is like 10 times better at home. Defensively, shooting-wise, I can see Peyton Pritchard going crazy, the crowd going crazy. I can see Drew Holiday not really being needed, even on the defensive end. Because I keep telling y'all, Derek White is very, very good, very important to a team. Without Drew Holiday, he's their best defender. That's straight facts. So we're going to take the Boston and Raptors under 237. We're also going to take Drew Holiday under 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I believe that's what it is, but I'm posting a screenshot, but I believe it's 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. They should win this game great without Drew Holiday having to do nothing crazy. And he's dealing with a shoulder issue. So if you're a shooter, left shoulder, left-handed, right-handed, it don't matter. You know, shooting, when you're coming up, it's everything. Follow through, shoulder, everything. And I know he's a professional athlete, but an injury is an injury. So he's playing hurt. I like Drew Holiday, but I think he's going to be locked in on defensively while he's in the game. I don't see him doing too much on offense. Might get a couple of rebounds, but I don't see him clearing this line. At most, I see he might get 13 or 14. I definitely don't see him scoring a lot of points. So for that, we got the 2-bet on the first game, under 237.5, Boston Celtics and the Raptors, and then Drew Holiday under PRA 19.5. Let's get into the next one. All right, y'all. Next bet, we got college football. Man, I was torn between, man, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I tell you this pick, I mean, well, I'm giving you a total pick for Penn State versus Boise State tonight, but I couldn't figure out where I wanted to go. A part of me wanted to take Penn State minus like 9, and a part of me wanted to take Boise State with some points to bump it up. I just this is my thinking, right? We know that Boise State has the star running back. We know that they're somewhat one-dimensional, but I just don't see a scenario where, and I love Penn State, they're a great football team, but I don't see a scenario where they just go in there and just shut them out. I just think it's too big of a game. I think they're ready to play. I just don't see a scenario where it becomes like, I mean, it could be a blowout, but I don't think it's going to be like where Boise State scores 10 points, and I could be wrong. We can screen record this. If they only score 10 points, then I called it, I blew it, my strategy, my research was off, but I don't see a scenario where Boise State just lays down. It's football. At the end of the day, regardless of who on the field, they're gonna play their heart out. So I think Penn State wins the game, but do I think they win it by 11 or 12 points? I just wasn't super confident. They very may well do it, but I just wasn't super confident with it. So I took the over 51.5 on the game. The line is at like 54, but just I believe 3 or 4 days ago it was at like 51 or 52. So I bumped it down. Like you can bump it down, like I say always if you can with your sports book, but I bumped it down to 51.5 to his original line. If they bumped it up 3 points, they pretty confident that it's going over, which after looking at everything, I think it's going over. I just don't see them laying down. And even with Boise State being quote unquote one-dimensional with a running back, he's still the runner-up for the Heisman. So he got to fight. He's going to do something. I mean, think about this. This man rushed for all them yards, and every game, it was designed to stop him. Like, people know what Boise State is going to do, and he still was able to do it. That's hard. You know, that's why I tell people in basketball, what makes Steph so amazing is that it's not that yes, it's amazing that he can hit all those shots. He has a crazy shot-making ability, but it's different when the scout report is for you. A guy on the bench going crazy is good from him and his career and his family, but it's just one game. But to be able to show up every single night on the court or on the field and know you're the guy. We got to stop Steph from shooting. We have to stop, and he still does it. That's a different level of skill, man. Different level of endurance, conditioning, you know what I mean? Mental toughness is tough, man. Same thing with the running back for Boise State. For him to do that, and the whole world knows he's going to do that, makes it even more harder. They load the box against this man, and he still averages, 5.5 a carry? That's ridiculous, man. So I ended up taking the over in the game because I couldn't pick a side. I didn't know where I wanted to go with it, so I didn't want to force anything. So I took the over 51.5 for Penn State versus Boise State. And I feel safe doing it. Instead of trying to pick a winner or pick a spread, I feel safe going with the over. I always look at it like this. 51.5, what that is, we both teams get to 26. And even if they don't, Boise State gets 17. What's the name get 35? You know, that's kind of what my Penn State get 35. That's kind of what my mindset is. So we taking the over in the Penn State versus Boise State game. Let's get into the next one. All right, y'all. Last and final pick of the day. We got the NBA prop. We got Lakers and Cavaliers. We got Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points and rebounds. Check this out. So Donovan Mitchell line is at 20. His regular points line by itself is at like 21.5, right? It's so weird because like you know Donovan Mitchell can go off for 30 at any given point. And I know a lot of stars haven't been going for 30 this year, but I just think that line is too low. I just think 21.5 points is too low. So what I did was to try to, like I said, to give myself a little edge. I hate doing single props like points. I added points and rebounds because Lakers are terrible defensively. They're lazy. They don't rotate. You telling me Donovan Mitchell can't get 4 rebounds? Can't get 5 rebounds? And let's say if he gets 6 rebounds, that's what, only 19 points he has to get, which we think he's going to clear anyway. So this is kind of like a secret strategy play. I think he's going to go over 25 points. Actually, but the line is 21 on the point side. But I added the rebounds to give us more cushion because with the Lakers, man, they're my favorite team, but they suck defensively. They don't rotate. Without Bron, they're literally like a bottom half team in the league. Bron's the oldest guy on the court, 40 years old, and they play like trash without him. Sometimes they play like trash with him. Sometimes Bron don't want to rotate. Sometimes he's tired. So you telling me Bron gonna have a little bit of birthday lag from yesterday, not want to rotate and not want to have one of his crazy games? It's different when he play on his birthday as opposed to when he play off. And then AD, y'all know how we feel about AD. He got hurt last game, completely pissed me off. We done with him and I almost took the under on AD just for pure frustration, but we're not doing that. We're making smart, unemotional decisions. So we're going to make a smart bet. We're taking Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points and rebounds. I'm going to go ahead and make this the super lock. I think this is one of the easiest calls of the night. This is the last game of the night. I think it's 9 o'clock Eastern, man. But that's going to be all the picks for the day, man. We're trying to go for another 4-0 sweep. I appreciate all the support, man. I'm going to catch y'all in the comments. 30 out.